What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, this past weekend motivated me to finally give y'all what y'all been asking me to do, and that's our official real pound for pound list. And the reason why. This past weekend, we had the biggest fight of the year. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Between two top 5 pound for pound best fighters in the world. In my opinion, 2 top 3 pound for pound best fighters in the world. An undefeated 3-division world champion, former undisputed junior welterweight world champion, now the reigning undisputed welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, who is widely considered by many to be the #1 best pound for pound fighter in the world, in Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford has a record of now 40 wins, no losses, no draws, 31 big wins by way of knockout, 35 years of age, 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. He took on and defeated another top 3 pound for pound best fighter in the world, in then undefeated unified 3-belt WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion superstar boxer, Errol the True Spence Jr., who now has a record of 28 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 22 wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. They fought this past weekend. Terence Crawford outclassed Errol Spence. He dominated Errol Spence, right? He beat Errol Spence in domination fashion. Dropped him 3 times, stopped him in the 9th round. Proved he was the superior fighter. So, that caused Errol Spence to drop on my pound for pound list. Now, we're going to have the official website up, official pound for pound list, and I'm going to make a magazine for it. But with that said, here goes my pound for pound list. Now, Errol Spence dropped from 9 pound for pound list. I had Errol Spence at number 2 on my pound for pound list, right? And I'll give you a reason. Terence Crawford was undisputed at welterweight, at junior welterweight. He cleared out 140. He came up to welterweight and he knocked out every welterweight he's fought. His first fight at welterweight, he beat Jeff Horn for a title. And he's only went the distance a total of 3 times since becoming a world champion in 2014, beating Ricky Burns. And one of those fights was Victor Postal, who he dropped twice and dominated him in a unification bout. Terence Crawford is my #1 pound for pound best fighter. I had Errol Spence at number 2. Why? Because Errol Spence unified all the belts and picked up all his belts from world champions, daring to be great for his first title opportunity, going to the UK and fighting and beating and stopping Kell Brook in the 11th round for the IBF title. Never looked back. Unified the belts against Showtime Sean Porter, 2-time welterweight world champion, now retired future Hall of Fame superstar boxer. And then he unified against Cuban star boxer, who was a WBA welterweight champion, Yordenis Ugas. Now, he was initially supposed to fight the original WBA champion and legendary 8-division world champion, iconic Filipino superstar boxer, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, but he suffered a broken or detached retina that saw him removed from the fight. Yordenis Ugas replaced Errol Spence, and then Errol Spence went on to beat Yordenis Ugas. Ugas went on to beat Manny Pacquiao, and then Errol Spence went on to beat Yordenis Ugas. And then he picked up the belt. Errol Spence has fought Danny Garcia, 2-division world champion, Puerto Rican superstar boxer. He's fought 4-division world champion, undefeated, former top 5 pound for pound best fighter in the world, and Mikey Garcia. He fought former world champion superstar boxer Lamont Peterson and beat him and stopped him. Another former world champion, Chris Algieri, stopped him and beat him. That's why I have Errol Spence at my number 2. Number 3, I had Naoya Inoue, the monster out of Japan, the Japanese superstar, 3-division champion. Now I have Naoya Inoue at number 2 on my pound for pound list. He just defeated the former unified super featherweight, super bantamweight world champion, Cool Boy Stephen Fulton, who I had top 10 pound for pound. He just defeated him, knocked him out in the 8th round, dominated him, winning every single round of Cool Boy Steph. and becoming the unified champion. Now he's the former undisputed bantamweight champion and now the unified super bantamweight champion. I had Naoya Inoue at number 2 now. At number 3, I have the 3-time junior middleweight world champion and the undisputed junior middleweight world champion, superstar boxer, in Jermell Ironman Charlo, who I had at number 4 previously on the list. He's now at number 3 on the list. Jermell Charlo, he has a record of 35 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 19 wins by way of knockout. Okay, Jermell Charlo, those 2 blemishes on his record. He lost to Tony Harrison. He came back and knocked Tony Harrison out. He lost to he had a draw to Brian Castano. He came back and knocked him out for undisputed. And he's going to dare to be great. So I have Jermell Charlo at number 3 on my pound for pound list. Okay. Jermell Charlo doesn't get enough credit for what he does. He gets disrespected. At number 4, I have undefeated light heavyweight WBA world champion, Russian superstar boxer, Dmitry Bivol. Why do I have Dmitry Bivol at number 4? Because he dominated Saul Canelo Alvarez, who's also on this list, who's a 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, who's widely considered by many to be the face of the sport of boxing. He's the undisputed super middleweight champion. And Dmitry Bivol dominated Canelo Alvarez, absolutely dominated Canelo Alvarez, winning a unanimous decision, winning all but 3 rounds. Dmitry Bivol then went on to defend his title against Zordo Ramirez, and he dominated him, winning every single round. So I have Dmitry Bivol at number 4 on my pound for pound list. At number 5, I have the undefeated lightweight, undisputed world champion, superstar boxer, Devin the Dream Haney. Devin Haney went to Australia, dared to be great, defeated George Kambosos, who defeated Teofimo Lopez on this list. Okay, Teofimo Lopez got shocked. Teofimo Lopez got upset, and after he beat Lomachenko, he got upset. Teofimo Lopez did, and he lost to George Kambosos. George Kambosos then went on to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney defeated George Kambosos twice in Australia to become undisputed. Then Devin Haney came back and defeated Vasily High-Tech Lomachenko in unanimous decision. So I got Devin Haney in number 5. At number 6, I have the man I just discussed in Teofimo Lopez, who defeated Vasily Lomachenko, is the unified champion. Okay. And the reason I have Teofimo Lopez behind Devin Haney is because Teofimo Lopez refused to fight Devin Haney on multiple occasions where he had the opportunity to prove he was better than Devin Haney. He refused to fight Devin Haney. Now, Teofimo Lopez defeated Lomachenko for the unified belts. Then Teofimo Lopez moved up, surprised me, shocked the world, defeated Josh Taylor, who was the undefeated, undisputed junior welterweight champion. In dominating fashion, he beat Josh Taylor, became the unified junior welterweight, become the WBO junior welterweight world champion. Josh Taylor was the undisputed junior welterweight champion. He lost 3 of his belts via being stripped due to inactivity. Teofimo Lopez, I have him at number 6 on my list. At number 7 on my list, I have Artur Beterbiev. And the reason I have Artur Beterbiev at number 7 on the list is because Artur Beterbiev dominated and knocked out every opponent he's ever faced. He's the unified 3-belt champion at light heavyweight. He holds the WBC, the WBO, and the IBF titles. Artur Beterbiev has knocked out everybody he's faced on that list as a world champion. I have him at number 7. At number 8, I have Saul Canelo Alvarez at number 8. He speaks for itself. There's no explanation needed. But he lost multiple times, multiple draws on his resume. That's why I have him at number 8. At number 9, I have the undefeated 2-division world champion, superstar boxer, who is the unified super featherweight champion, now lightweight title contender, and Shakur Stevenson. And at number 10, I have Undefeated 3-division world champion, 5-time world champion superstar boxer, Gervonta Tank Davis. And then I have Errol Spence dropping to number 11 on my list. So that is my top 10 on this pound for pound list. So Errol Spence is a superstar. He got dominated in his fight. He fell drastically because he got dropped 3 times. He got stopped in the 9th round, and he got dominated. He won he lost almost every round except for the first round. So he dropped down to 11 on my pound for pound list. He still top 10, 15, but he dropped down in the pound for pound list. I can't put him over anybody on this pound for pound list right now in my top 10, but I have him at number 11. So there you have it. My pound for pound list, and Errol Spence is on that list still at number 11. That's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share the videos. That's all I got for y'all. Is it a fall for grace from Errol Spence Jr.? Somewhat. Let's see how he comes back. Peace.